Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock and here we are on the 28th of October 2024. We're only a week away from the election, so it's probably best that we treat this week as an observation sport. Be very careful about your risk. The markets are very unstable right now with the elections right there on the heels of the election right now, so be very careful. Assume no risk and watch. This is a great opportunity to study price action now. So let's see where we're at here. With the NASDAQ sitting the way it is right now, I did a little playing in this morning. Catch a little bit of a reversal in different directions, but it's very unstable in that with this election being the way it is, there's heavy manipulation in the markets right now, so taking on unnecessary risk is totally not suggested. So where are we at here? Good morning, Hadid. I hope you've had a great weekend. I'm not kind of showing my face this morning because I have I'm over at my brother's place, and I'm still in my pajamas, so you guys will just have to put up with my just market reading this morning. All right, so we're looking for these relative equal highs above us right now at 226.75. Looking for this new day opening gap above us. When we get to regular trading hours, if you see where we're sitting at regular trading hours right now, the gap that we're incurring right now is 651 right now. Is quite significant. This was Friday's close at 476. So we're sitting at almost 200 handles as a new day or a new regular hours, a regular trading hour gap. So it's going to be quite huge. So if we can get a retracement back into 50% of that, that might be a nice little run, provided we get a decent setup. If we get a run above these highs before 10 o'clock, and then a quick retracement back into this regular trading hours gap, I'd like to see that. Let's look at can you guys Adi, can you hear my fan at all? It hasn't really kicked in just yet, but if this starts getting hot, I'm down in the basement here, so it's kind of cool. But if the fan kicks in, let me know, and I'll just turn the sound off and talk when you can hear me. On the hourly basis, we do have a nice reversal here, back on the 23rd. This retracement back into this gap, run back up, create a new high. We traded below this level here when we made a new reverse, but it wasn't a swing reverse, as we didn't take out any significant break in market structure to the downside. So we're still climbing higher. I like these relative equal highs above us and this high here. And we have these relative equal highs above us again as soon as we clear out this 675 here. still see more upside. Good morning, Craig. Yeah, I traded crude oil this morning as well. I went up and then it started reversing on me. I was like, I didn't like all the choppiness in there. I'll get to crude oil again in a minute, but I managed to squeak a couple of bucks out of there. I'm glad everything's good for you, Hadi. Great. I don't hear it. Nothing. Good. Excellent. Good morning, Hans. So if you take what Mike was describing in his 2024 mentorship, and we've had this relative equal lows here, made jagged, and now we've got relative equal highs above us. Chances are they're going to make that jagged, or we'd expect them to make that jagged. We do have this hourly fair value gap that we've got a little reverse going here. We've traded above it, and this BISI traded above it, and we've traded back inside it. Now if you look at this high to low, we've actually stayed just above 50% of that BISI. Here's 50% from here to here. 50%, we've come down, just dipped into the upper portion of that, and we got a nice reaction off of it, so I do like that for a higher price. On the hourly, 15-minute, we do have London's high. We're gunning for now. We're back inside the London range. Just cleared out London and Asia low. Back into this 15-minute consolidation. If that were, yeah, I'd like to see these two candles get taken to the upside, find some support above them, and then start pushing higher. Otherwise, we're just going to run. Just watch for a quick run up above these, and then a pull back into the range again. If this is going to be a tight week, I can see a lot of people not moving the sticks too far this week, or we could have just an explosion, sweeping liquidity on both sides of the market. So keep your powder dry. Let's wait for this next week to settle out. This week we might get a couple of options, a couple of little trades, but I think overall you got to be really, really careful inside the markets right now. Good morning, Dal. Gabioni, good morning. Again, back to this 1 minute chart. I like this. We've got this low taken. I like these three candles. If we could get a return back into these, it'd be nice. As it was, this consolidation, now that we broke above it, CAM Model 1 entry for a long. And we're looking at this fair value gap here. Not quite back to what I'd like to have seen on that, but and we're back inside this range again, so we're way up here. It's at 650, 649. This is my regular trading hours. And we're sitting at electronic trading hours at 6:55. So they're sitting up in here. That's quite a sizable regular trading hour gap there. Abs, good morning, buddy. Okay, let's start going through some of these other ones. Even the S&P, it's in a consolidation right now. Look for a run on Friday's high. I like that. We've come back and filled that little tiny fair value gaps in there and responded. We have relative equal highs above us. So I'd like to see that make a new high. That's the daily. Let's see what we got over here. On my laptop, it's always a little different on my laptop. My setup is completely different. We have it's New York Open now. We've got both directions here, so you wait for one side to get or the other to get taken on the hourly basis. Well, that was a nice little return. Head higher. What do we got here? Nasdaq, E-mini, S&P, and Dow. Okay. So I want you to see this reversal here and a break in market structure. So we've got a swing low, taking out these lows here, this low, and then you have an imbalance here and an imbalance here. A SIBI here. You take from the top of the imbalance all the way down to the bottom of this imbalance. That's your whole range you're playing in. As soon as you get a body trade above that, trade back into it, you're aiming for this old high. Once that candle is taken, we want to see a return back into that, or at least the top portion of the fair value gap above us. I don't like to see it really dig down into the lower ones, but here we got a return here, all the way down into the top one. It starts digging into this bottom one here. Not crazy about that, but look at how precise it is. The body respects that imbalance right there. You get a reverse. Candle trades above it. We wick down inside it. Go higher. Look for these candles to get taken to the upside. They do. If we can get a return back into these candles before we take out that high, we're looking at these two candles providing a level of support to go higher. You want to see this stay open. And then you're looking for an upside box of my area of interest for Nasdaq right now. Got a similar kind of thing happening here. See how we have lows taken, reverse, body trades above it, come back. You don't quite catch it here, so you wait for the next one. Body trades above it, you don't get to catch it. Wait for the next one. Body trades above it right there. Trade back into it right there. And you think about that, that's in the premium portion of that range. So do you want to take the chance of that just reversing now, coming back down when you're that high in the range? I don't like those unless you see a nice big bold candle get above that high. And when you're that close, you must take out both sides. And then you want to see a displacement and a continuation to the upside. Here we have a retracement back down inside this range to 50% or more, which also comes back into our SIBI. And then the turn higher, so you want to see these two candles here now provide a level of support now that we've busted above them. If we can come back into 41,675 and get a lift off of here, or at least back to the open of this candle, no more than that, and just start running higher. That would be down, even the S&P. Let's get that out of the way. Dow Jones, same kind of thing. We have a nice reversal. Order block, trades above it, comes back into that first level one. That's ideally more what you want to see, and not those big digs all the way down into the lower one. This is the kind of thing you want to see, where it runs above, comes back inside the candle, and the top imbalance, not all the way down to the second one. That's more along the lines of what I'd like to see NASDAQ do. So Dow did that nicely. So if we get Dow to come back into these old highs here, again, no more than 50% of that wick would be nice. And then a continuation to the upside. I've turned my mic down because I didn't want to, let me see what I got here. I didn't want my fan to start bothering you guys, so I can turn it up some more, if that helps. How's the mic? How's the sound now? Good morning, Dave. Is the sound better now? I turned it up a little bit. Sounds good. Mic sounds great. All right, excellent. Thank you. Now let's look at Dixie. I haven't looked at Dixie in a long time. It's just on this chart, so I figured I'd check it out for you guys. Wow. Look at that. Wow. That's the 1 hour chart. Let's go to the Dixie day. Turn all this lot off. I'm kind of whispering too because I'm at my brother's place and it's 7 in the morning here, and they're all still sleeping. Jeepers. I haven't got much for you for Dixie. We're right inside this box right now. You got to get above here. Dixie's got to clear out this high here at 105,645 on a close. Find some support above that and look for higher prices. Otherwise, we've just taken out this high here. If this fair value gap holds, like if today holds, and then tomorrow we start to trade back in through this, you'd have to wait for it to close through this whole downside to consider that a break in structure, start getting back into a discount or a drop in price. That would help all the other foreign currencies to rise. But for right now, we're in a premium. Yeah, I haven't got much for you for that. I'd be stretching trying to find something for you, but right now we'd have to get above here to continue marching higher. For the Dixie, we have a return to consolidation here. This is a nice little Cam 1 model. Usually you like to see a Cam model entry early and not a big late one like this where the retracement back inside a range, though it is quite possible. You are deep in this range, so if we do get a reaction off this candle to the upside, then look for continuation. And I'd like to see it get through, obviously, the fair value gap above us here on the high, and then keep pushing higher. So keep your eyes on the Dixie right now for a continuation on the upside. I like this reaction off this consolidation here on the hourly. On a 15-minute chart, you'd like to see something like I like to see the market structure break above these candles, so which is this candle right here. That would be a better market structure break for me to consider higher prices in Dixie. British pound, I don't know why. Well, I'm just going to start riffling through some of these other ones here. I haven't done these foreign currencies for a while. Yeah, it's right in the middle of a range. Got nothing for you for British pound on a 1 minute. It's sitting flat. Or right up inside that. You're right up inside the box. If I was going to draw the box on a 1 hour chart or a 15-minute chart, I'll show you this one. If I was going to draw the box on this little chart here for you to run for, after you took out this high here, right here, this would have been a really nice retracement and an opportunity to catch along. Now that we broke this high here and returned back into it for continuation to the upside. If I was drawing a box, I'd put that box right in here. And we've already traded above the box, and we're trading back inside it. So I'd like to see that continue to the upside and take out these highs for an extension. You wouldn't want to see it trade. You want to see this stay open here. This fair value gaps, consequent encroach of this new day opening gap. You want to see those provide support and keep pushing higher for British pound. ICT notifications are loud. Your ICT notifications are loud. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I don't know how to turn that off right now. Hang on a second. I've only got one screen, so I don't want to start showing ICT's thing on there. I don't want to start getting, if you happen to see me showing his Telegram, you'd think I was leaking his stuff, and I'm not. So, you are the uncle in the basement. Yeah, I'm the uncle in the basement. He doesn't have kids, so I'm not the uncle. I'm just his little brother sitting in the basement whispering. Good morning. Morning, Zach. Bryce, good morning. And Russell, good morning. Oh yeah, that shouldn't show. I think that just shows our stuff. I'm going to see if I can turn off notifications here. These are the guys that are really... Mute notifications. Mute. Let's say for 3 days. Okay. That should be okay. Yeah, where were we? Euro. Let's have a look at Euro. Euro's over 50% of the range right now on a 1 minute chart. On a 15-minute chart, we've just retraced back into. So this could be a nice little We've run back into this order block, got a consolidation. If we don't take out this high here, this consolidation, or sorry, this BISI on the other side here, so this SIBI that we're in right now, if that holds price and we roll over and start coming back lower, right now I'm slightly bearish on euro. So I'd have to see that get back up through 108.22 on a close before I consider looking at that going back up into this highs again. It looks like we've come down back into this order block. If we roll over into here now, you know, you think that this was going to push higher. It has filled in that fair value gap above us, the SIBI on the hourly. So we'd have to close above that and then use it as support to go higher for me to consider taking out the highs. Otherwise, I could just see this reversing and coming back down into this. We're in the middle of the range, so it's hard to really call it. So on a lower time frame, I've got a bearish setup right now. Ooh, maybe not. It's tough. We don't have a close below this level yet, and we don't have a real market structure break. If we can get below this candle on the close, then I'd say, yeah, I'm more bearish. But right now, you're between bearishness, and we've just took out this low here with wicks. If we get above this, then I'm bullish. So bearish, bullish, they're overlapping. Slightly bearish versus bullish. But again, if you're hemming and hawing back and forth between those two assets, wait, crude oil. This is me and Craig, we love this one. I love crude oil. Not an option for us right now for, what's that one, a 5-minute chart? Let's go to an hourly here. Oosh, yeah. She's looking kind of choppy there, Craig. Looks like it's ooh, we might have something here on a 1 minute. Got nothing on an hourly. We have nothing on a 15-minute. Let me look at a 15-minute here. Oof, man, we got lots of. Let's look at that gap. That's massive. That's Sunday's open. Or this is Sunday. No, that's Sunday's open. We had a big drop here. I'd like to see us retrace back into that, Craig. We could get yourselves a nice little run back up into that premium portion, that 50% of that new week opening gap. I like that. But we're nowhere near getting into it yet. So, sorry, let me put that back to 15. Close that out. So on the 1 minute, I do like this fair value gap down here. I do like this imbalance down here. On a 1 minute chart. I like to see this providing support here. This is quite nice. Let's see if we can't get that some lift off of here and start digging up into this higher range. My upside box just for a 1 minute chart will be rather small for now. What would be the upside area of interest for me? We have to hold this price though. I want to see that little piece stay open. See that dig up into here. All right, wheat. These charts are not the same as my other ones because they're on my laptop, so they can have a little different. We're back inside this range. We're still looking for, I think we were calling for wheat to go lower. We have a fair value gap below us on wheat. Let me just pop this up. Oh, that's lean piggies. Where'd that come from? Okay, so lean piggies, we'll go to that one. If you take the gap in between here, this big common gap or void in liquidity, I do like the 50% of that. As an upside objective, so 89.25 for our lean piggies. Okay, so we've got this nice reversal here. We have a structure break. We have reverse. We have order block taken, reverse into it, lows taken. I like that. We're deeper into this range. We have a body through here. We're stepping down here like this. See that? We're stepping down. Step, step. So I wouldn't want to see this candle get taken. We want to see a body get through here. And we have gapped. We're literally opened on it. We've gapped down. So if we can stay inside this candle and roll over at 50% of that, which is the high that it's hit today, if we can just see that hit right now and just roll over and start coming back down deeper into this range, I'd like to see a retracement back into this candle's high. That candle's my next downside objective inside that range, because if you pull from here to here, you'll see that's way more than 50%. This could be an open trade entry, CAM model entry on the daily objective for wheat to go higher. So I still like further downside in wheat. Soybeans. Let's have a look at soybeans. Yeah, I'm looking for further downside in soybeans as well. We got to get below 974 on a close. We've got to close below 50% of this wick. Then I'm looking for further downside. Right now, we're still inside this range, and I like this. But keep your eye on that wick. I want to see that wick get taken. It's Monday, and don't forget it's an election, in case you haven't caught the news lately. Corn. I added corn this morning because I didn't like lumber. It was boring. I do like the fact that we found support at these candles here. Oops. We found support at that. I like to see this now get through here. We've returned back into this fair value gap now that we've taken out this low. I want to see this whole price. You don't want to see a body close below 407. You want to see that start running higher and getting up into these. If we can get above this candle here, I'd like to see that continue climbing back up into deeper into this range. Leave that gap open for a while. If we don't, right now we're back into this little fair value gap here, this little Bissy inversion. We're coming back, we're hitting it, and so we're bouncing off of this one to go higher and this one to go lower, so you're kind of overlapping. So I'm kind of more flat with corn right now. Coffee. Coffee's just hit perfectly on its objectives right now. We have the reversal here in coffee. Body trades above it. We come back beautifully inside it to go long. for the upside objective. You've hit it, gone through it, and now we're using it for some support. So I'd like to see these equal highs get taken now, and then a further run back up into fill this fair value gap above us in corn, in coffee. Sugar. What do we have on sugar? Highs taken, reversal, trade back into it, nice short from here, back into, that would be my discount box right here, and we've now traded through it. We can come all the way back and find support inside this and roll over and continue taking these lows out. I'd like to see the lows go. We have had a body below that candle. It changes up for me if we start getting through this fair value gap SIBI here on the buy side, and that slight little imbalance you see right there at 2209. If we start to lose those numbers on the upside in the next hour or two, we may be coming back to revisit these relative equal highs in this SIBI here. My upside box would be in here now. This looks like it can go lower. We haven't had a body trade below here, so we have the only market structure we've had break is in here inside that range. So, but we've had a body drop down below here. So my eyes go here first, here, then that big candle. If we lose that candle on the close, look for a run back up into the relative equal highs for sugar. The cows. The cows are coming home. Okay, so this is a daily. We've just run the highs out now. I'd like to see a return back into this consolidation or 50% of this leg to go higher, and I'd like to see that imbalance stay open for continuation on the upside for lean hogs. Sorry, that was cattle, cocoa. Yeah, I'd like to see that continue coming lower. Off these old lows, you've had a body drop below that. I'd like to see us trading back into here now and roll over and start coming back lower. So cocoa, looking for lower prices on cocoa. And lean hogs. What do we got for a little? Oh, I told you about lean piggies already. How's Bitcoin doing? I had a little ups and downs this weekend. I did really great on Friday for Bitcoin. And then I made a couple of unforced errors. Didn't follow the rules. I tell you, if you don't follow the rules, you can get hosed. Have you guys seen that? If you don't follow the rules, man. So you start to follow the rules and be a little bit more patient. I started getting cocky because I'd made a big chunk of change in on the Friday afternoon. I posted on Telegram there. I was doing really well, and then I started making some choices like, I just want to be in a trade, and I'm going to let it go while I go going out for a walk with my wife. So I put some trades on, like, you're not managing them. There's rule number one. You got to manage your trade, or you got to be really confident and move your. I'd rather have my stop in profit and let it ride while I'm gone than have a big stop loss and not manage it, and then it turn on me, and you can really see the obvious turn points, and then you get burned. You're like, well, you weren't there for that. So anyway, reversal, order block. We have a big bull candle that breaks above it, comes back into it. That's the kind of stuff you want to see. If you want it distinctive, so you're wondering whether or not that continues in a range, when that big bull candle there, and we have a break in market structure with a nice displacement candle like this, and you get a rollover back into that, that's the kind of thing you want to look for a continuation, for a run on this relative equal highs above us here. So There's your reverse, breaking structure, reverse swing, continuation, take out the highs, wait for your reversal to happen. There's a small little imbalance or a little busy right here. If you stretch that out, you'll see it. See that? Little tiny guy right there. Trades a body right here, finally trades below it. Inside that range, you're already greater than 50%, so wait. You have another reversal here, takes out a high. Body trades down below it. You come back up, we're perfectly inside it right there for continuation on a short. You short from there, take out low, low, back into this little imbalance down in here. Wick, wick, wick. Haven't got a break. Wait till you get a break here. No body breaks that high until here. And you don't get a reverse into it. It just leaves. That's on the hourly. This is definitely not a market I'd trust during an election. It's an unknown entity anyway. There's nothing tangible about Bitcoin. So it's one of those ones you got to be super careful about. I'm waiting for a really good setup. Right now I don't see anything in there for a decent setup for that. What about gold? What do we got for gold? Gold sitting small consolidation on the daily. We're back up inside this gap in price from Sunday. Sunday's gap down. We've come back up. Haven't quite filled the gap. It's come up to about 75% of the gap and then peeled away back inside that reversal. So here's your reversal right here. Body trades above it, comes back inside it, continues to extend into here. So if you were looking for this gap to fill, and it didn't, it reversed on you, here's where your indicator is for it's reversing. You've taken out an old high, body trades below it, comes back up inside it, gives you an opportunity to get out of your trade. If you're still anticipating that closing, you lost all your profits all the way back to your original entry and lower, and now you're waiting for it to slowly grind back up again. So you've taken these lows here now, this imbalance, this CB here, it's down taken to the upside. I'd like to find some more support above that and now start gunning for these relative equal highs above us and the fill of that gap. So you would have had that full run up here. You would have noticed the reversal, taken your trade off, waited or got in for a short back into this range. Downside objective would be this. You hit it. Again, it's a start your trade all over again. You would have caught it on the way up. You would have caught it on the way down. And then you would have caught it on the way back up again. If you're still using this as your key off spot. If you're waiting for a fair value gap to form in here, it's above you. You just hit it now. You're in a premium portion though. So you want to be right down here in a discount before you consider taking that, unless you took this one here. So several different ways you can look at that one. And you guys aren't really into Canadian banks, so Laurentian Bank, Gary, if you're into Laurentian Bank, if you're watching this morning, I like 25.75, 25.83. That's a nice little discount, so you can bounce around back in there for that. And Scotiabank, flat on Scotiabank. We'd have to take out this low here first, the breaking market structure to come back into this range. And Bank of Montreal's not, I don't see much there either. So with that said, where are we at here? Oh yeah, there's 9:30. Where do we open? Right here. So far we have nothing for a run back into the see that reversal here on the daily, or is that 5 minute? We came all the way back down, not quite into the 50% of the new day opening gap. Sorry, the regular trading hour gap. I got that on the right one. Yeah, that's right. So look who we got here. Zach, good morning, Zach. Bryce, Russell, Joe Mack, Paulette, good morning, and Curryfish, good morning. Craig, RBC, yes. Royal Bank of Canada, I think that's I don't actually have that in there. It's on one of my other ones. These are just three my buddy was looking at, so I was trying to, that's better. Those are daily. I had that on the wrong one. Oh yeah, there's a nice little reverse right here. Short it here. And we're right back inside that range. I'd be looking at that 25, 23, 25.97. I have to put that on there now just because I'm kind of curious to see what 25.97 I think it was. That's my downside objectives for Laurentian Bank. Fiddlesticks, good morning. How are y'all? Ollie, good morning. Edgar, hello, hello. Buenos dias, my friend, and buenos dias. What do we have in store this morning? Didn't quite get that kickback to 50% of the range, did we? That regular trading hours. What's the 30, or let's look at a 30-second chart. What's that giving us? Nothing. What's a 1-minute chart giving us for a regular trading hours gap? Not giving it to us. What's a 15-second chart? We're really digging, looking for something. Okay. Let's see if we get a reaction off this and come back down lower. I want to see this SIBI get taken. Otherwise, we've got a continuation to the upside. If you want to get into that midpoint or consequent encroachment of the regular trading hours gap, you've got to start taking out this candle down here. Right now, all you've got is this SIBI, BISI, order block taken to the upside. I like this, and a return back into here, and a portion of this. I want to see that stay open and go bullish. So I'd like to see this continue going higher on a 15-second chart, that is. And I change my mind if we get below this low here. This is what's holding price for us. You see on the 15-minute chart, if we go higher, where are we going higher into? This order block right here. This is a breaker that takes out this high, that high. Doesn't take out that high, so one might consider it a, depending on what range you're looking at it in and whether or not these highs are significant highs for you or not, you could say that's a mitigation block, because we did not take out any of the higher highs with this big run up. Or you could say, yeah, we took out these little highs here. That makes this a breaker here. This little candle right here, this last one becomes the most sensitive. So if we do continue to go higher, I want to see it get back into this candle here. So I'd like to see it get up into, it would just come up into here again, that's all. If it does roll over, take that out, then we could see a further run back into the equilibrium. Watch that level right there. If it closes below that, in one, there. Literally on it. Sorry about that. I don't know why that thing's working again. Anyway, I don't want to click on that one in front of you guys. I want to just mute notifications. Mute for 3 days. Mute for 3 days. I'll just mute everybody for 3 days. Unmute. Okay. Everybody should be muted now. Oh, we got two Edgars in here this morning. Good morning, Edgar and Edgar. When I think of the name Edgar, I think of Edgar Casey. You guys, anybody know about Edgar Casey? Never heard of that guy? He was an amazing, very interesting fellow. He was I'm really quite big into hypnosis, hypnotherapy, and Edgar Casey's he's got a very well documented history of putting himself into a hypnotic trance and focusing on a specific client who's asked him to focus on healing or something, and he works on people remotely, and he's got thousands of cases. There's an actual library. His wife would actually document things, and he'd go into this hypnotic trance, and he's got tons of actual documented cases of this stuff, like thousands. And there's an actual library. Here we go. An actual library of his cases. It's fascinating stuff. Some people be like, yeah, just talk about trading, man. Nobody cares about that stuff. Okay, so we've had a wick below the low. We haven't had a body breakthrough here yet. Oh, we had a little slight close on that, but see how we pull back into this range. I want to see. And the fact that we've actually dug into this and closed that is not a good sign for me for long. So we've had a wick through it already. We've got a little body slightly closed below it. Here now we've got a body closed below it. So if we come back up, find support of that, look for that run down into this consequent encroachment now. No, just one Edgar from Mexico. Edgar Alejandro, are you from Mexico as well? Oh, we just took out the low. We did not hit the consequent encroachment of the regular trading hours yet. See that snapback just shy of it? Now remember, that's more bullishness in a fair value gap, in an inversion, when the consequent encroachment doesn't get hit. We just short of it, and then we start to really snap away from it. So if we take out this high here, this is a really bullish sign for running higher. And we've got nothing in here for a little reversal other than this little imbalance that we've got here. I want to see these two candles here, that one and that one, get taken to the upside for bullishness. Otherwise, we're still bearish. This imbalance right here, there's an imbalance right here. I am from Frontera, Venezuela, currently living in Spain. Ooh, Frontera. Living in Spain. Oh, from. I was going to say Frontera. I'm from Terra. Okay, I thought Frontera. That's a very nice name. Do you talk? Did you talk on natural gas? Oh, I didn't even do natural gas. I don't even have it on this list here. Let's have a little. I should put natural gas here because I'm not really crazy about Dixie because I don't trade Forex pairs. No, let's add one in here. Let's say natural gas. What is that one, Craig? Create a new chart. What's the symbol on that one again? Natural gas. Oops. Nat gas. Is this the one? UNG or NG? Okay. NG. I'll go UNG because I actually got that one. UNG. This is the one. I don't care about volume. Nobody cares about volume. Nobody cares about the volume. Yeah, Craig, I want to see it get above this candle here. We've got this imbalance or this gap here and another gap here. I like the fact we closed above it and we gapped down from here to this open, gave it a little kiss, and we're getting a response out of that. That's a positive sign. I do like that. And think about your range that you're in right now. So we really got to start using this candle here as support to go higher. So I do like it right now for more upside. So you got yourself a nice little trade down there when you bought that. Good for you, man. So we're back to that candle's got to go. And these two candles. So we got this breaker and this mitigation block to wrestle with right now. You're out for now? Okay. Probably smart. We're going into winter, so I'm kind of hoping prices start coming up a bit more. Not that I want to pay more in gas prices. If there's a specific stock you guys want me to look at, you let me know. I'll put it right in here and we'll have a quick peek at it while we're waiting for this to get out of the hole. The carrot, I don't know what the carrots, if the, the carrot's gonna help today. I'd like to see more of this. We can try and stimulate the market to move towards the carrot here. we get this return back into the regular trading hours gap. Right now I could argue either side of it, so technically the carrot should be off to the side, but I'd like to see this. This is more hopeful carrot placement. Good morning, Derek. How you doing, buddy? What's your crude oil target? What's my crude oil target? Oh, dang. I haven't been watching crude oil. See, I don't have multiple screens. I missed this. Craig, I hope you caught this, man. I gave you this one here. This box. We wanted to see it get through that box. That was the upside objective. We hit it. Look at that. Went through it. Came back. Gave it a kiss. And you're off to the races. Craig, tell me you caught that one. I gave you this beautiful little entry here. If we got through that. This was really nice. Entry for a long. Inside here, that's the upside objective. Hit it. Now came back down. As soon as you see it work through it like that, comes back, give it some support at that, then you're off to the races. Did you catch that, Craig? Oh man, I hope you caught that. I didn't catch it because I didn't see it. And I've only got one screen, my laptop, so I don't oh, look at that. Oh, it didn't come back. I thought here it came back. So then you look for these two. See those two right there? And watch. As soon as you get a body above it, right there, that one comes back in, gives it a tap, off to the races you go. Stop loss will sit down below the low of that candle for me. I like to sit them down below here. Now the upside objective, Craig, for me would be, first of all, wait for the fair value gap. Pull your fib tool inside here on this whole range, 50, 62% on the way up. If you want to do a quick little service your account, provide money for you on the way up, or use the reversal on the upside to scale out or to take your trade out. There's multiple different ways I've shown you guys how to do that. It's entirely up to you how you manage your. Once you're in a trade, I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to know. But if you're in it and you've got your main way of managing your trade, I'd be looking for this candle to get taken to the upside and these equal highs to get taken. That's what I'd like to see. Unless I see something different on the downside. Like if you hit the mean threshold of this candle or the consequent encroachment of this candle, the SIBI here, and you start to see a reversal forming on a 1 minute chart, then I'd be out, because that's a potential place for turning, like that old low here. A potential place to turn, the full fill for a reversal to happen or a turn to happen. There's a little imbalance in here at 68.27 for that to happen there. This fair value gap's low, consequent encroachment, or this order block here, high, mean threshold, rejection block, wicks, equal highs. All those are arrays I'd be looking for to see if there's a reversal. If there's no reversal, just keep trailing it up till you say, well, if it breaks this low here, that's a reversal. I'm going to put my stop here because that would be technically a reversal for me and a break in market structure. So I'd be on the wrong side of that. If it comes back, then I can get short on that back inside that range again. So I'd manage it that way, or manage it with your fib tool, or whatever method you so choose. Boom. I want 68. You want 68. Oh yeah, that's doable. Just keep your eyes right there now. I'd have the stop sitting here. It takes out, you got this small little candle here. There's an imbalance right there. A BISI. There looks like there could be an imbalance in here too. What's in there? No. So you lose that on the downside, you're inside this range. If you lose this one and you start digging into this, then I'd say we're probably running for the low. But wait for the body to take out that low, and then you're like, okay, I'm on the wrong side of this again now. So watch carefully on that one. So if you get 60, you might get 68. New week opening gap is my long shot for this. Okay, so we hit the carrot. Next one is I want to see so you got Michael's objective, and we saw that as soon as it breaks this candle's low on a body, or this candle's high on a body, that was the first indication here. It gave it to you one more time, came back inside the fair value gap right there. Look at that. Bing, 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 and then rolled over, hit the objective. That may not have been fun for you to say, oh no, I don't want to get 10 handles, I want more than that out of it. But all the way up to the top of that fair value gap there, see that right here? It retraced, it dropped below it, traced all the way back up inside it, and it can come back into that order block. You hit it at 582, and then consequent encroachment is 5. So it would have been 31 handles. You hit it, reacted off of it, and would continue to go lower off this order block. You're going to get a body through here. You get a body through there. Consolidation now. Now, you'd like to see this candle stay open. Or sorry, this fair value gap here, this regular trading hours gap. You want to see that stay open and not fully close in. So I'd like to see that come down to about here or so. To these regular trading of this first fair value gap on Friday, the first presentation. Today's presentation is up here. Oh, it's a 15-second chart. Let's go to a 1-minute chart and see what we got. We've returned to the old highs here, so we'll see how we react out of here. I'd like to see that this little sibby in here, or above it. Let's see if this gets a kick off of here. You might get a nice little run here, Derek, if this is what you're looking for. New week opening gap. You're looking for this down here. If you can get a kick off that for a long. 522. Yeah, you might get that, Derek. I like 525. The open or the close of these candles. 525 all the way down to 513. I'm already through this, so I think we're coming lower yet still. Stops in green. That's what I like to hear, Derek and Craig. Good work, man. Did you catch a nice setup? In that, did you catch that really nice setup in oil? Because it was really nice down here. Lots of some chop, but once you get above that old high there, you get above these highs, come back inside them, and continue pushing higher. It's a nice little, and then pull your stop loss up into green. You're good. Or you're pulling your fib tool inside that range. You're just coming up to 50%. So you can go right into break even the moment it hits that. Take half your trade off and move your stop loss to in profit. 62, 70, that kind of stuff, right? So this has the break structure up here. These two candles to go higher for me. Ooh. If I get it to, I'll be Fat, dumb, and happy for the day. Yeah, I made mine. I made a nice, huge run this morning on the way down. So I moved to the sidelines. I'm not going to give that profit back. I made a nice chunk this morning. NQ accumulation morning after Friday's move, I suspect. No news. Mondays equals high resistance. It goes up after I buy it. I did well. Good job, yeah. Yeah, I was nibbling because it was live funds. I was just nibbling away at it. Go in, take a couple $100, get out, nibble again, a couple $100, get out. I was just so tired this morning when I woke up. I was like, oh, that looks like a potential grab. So I got something in the oil and NQ. I think it was in here. I caught this run down this morning. Yeah, it's over here. Where was it? Where was it? It was 6:30 this morning. Yeah, I caught this little rundown this morning. That's a really nice trade, man. Swing high, reverse. Body trades below it, trades up inside it. Low is taken, breaking structure, come back up inside it, continue for a big rundown. It's a rinse and repeat kind of a scenario. If you look for it, you look for that setup every day. And that's a 1 minute chart, so you see it quite frequently. You might have something coming up here, Derek. When you are trading from, when I'm trading from LV, what's LV? What's LV? When I'm trading live. This just because this whole week, even my setups, I'm very reluctant to have a wide stop loss or a reasonable stop loss. So as soon as it starts going into profit, I move quickly into break even. Like if it takes out, for example, if you take out that high there and you see a displacement candle above it, and it comes back down in there and hits it, and then runs above that high, I instantly go to break even as soon as that high is broken with that previous candle. And then I wait. If it comes back and takes me out, that's good, because just that I don't trust the sudden manipulation and a slam down during this time of uncertainty with the elections and that coming on. You got to be super careful. Protect your money. Keep your risks really low. And if you can, all you can do is one handle at a time or one contract, that's still quite a lot of money to lose real fast if it turns on you, right? And there's no, even a stop loss can't guarantee you're not going to lose a chunk, because if it gaps down, you get taken out below where the gap began, right? I had a couple of contracts. Ouch! Had a couple of contracts on from above, so one has closed in profit. The other is still positive for me now. Good for you, Derek. Good for you, buddy. And you're still going long? It's looking pretty good right now. All the time, we haven't got a structure break yet, so this could still reverse and come back lower. I'd like to see these two candles here get taken. Get a little structure at 583. You can get above that. And now we're looking at what, 9? Is it 9 o'clock there? I'm throwing off here. When do you say a fair value gap or any imbalance should stay open? Well, it's like Michael teaches, right? If you've got a fair value gap and you're bullish, for example, let's say this wick wasn't here and this was a big open fair value gap, and you saw price run above it, come back into the top portion of it, and then snap away. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see you don't want to see it even come back below that consequent encroachment of the fair value gap. You want to see that stay open. If it's bullish and you're in a bullish bias, you want to see the upper portion of that, the very top of it, get hit and then snap away, or price stay in the upper portion of that fair value gap. And you want to see it positive. When I say I want to see it stay open, that just means I want to see if this is bullish as anticipated. I want to see it really react out of that. Then you can couple that with wicks, like half this wick here. Now that this wick is here, you want to see half that wick, no more than half that wick, get taken. See, it all kind of lines up on the wick. This one kind of get wicked down a little bit, but so far we're staying above 50% of that wick. And this fair value gap we have right here, I do not want to see that low get taken here. So that's what I mean by you want to see it stay open. It just shows a level of strength or not, depending on whether or not the, like for here, here's a good example. If you're going to go bearish, you see this fair value gap here, this SIBI. See how the body trades up to it, and we do not get a full close of it. That's what you want to see. It snap away and then come back up and just not close that in. That upper 25% to 50%, you want to see that a body stay at or below 50 to 50% for that to be more bearish. So that's more of a bearish sign, as a bullish sign would have been the other way I was describing. I hope that helps rack the boy. What is that? I don't even know how to say your name. Something. I'll just call you boy. You get that, boy? When do you say fairly? No, I was short from 640. Oh, okay. Well, let's hope your 640 continues to hold. If you start losing this, Derek, then my guess is that we're going to come back up into that range a bit more. There's a small little reversal going on here. This order block starting to be supported. Just wait for those two on a body, not a wick. We'll see what happens. Right now, I'm looking. Unfortunately, my carrot's going to go here, bud. It looks like it could go this way. Aranachali. Aranachali. Is that how you say it? Aranachali? Aranachali. Back tested the first fair value gap from January 1st. A simple RR3, 1.3 winners on a 196 trades. Yeah, I don't use the R method just because I don't think the algorithm is driven by R to R method. But I understand the rationale behind it. People want a R1 or R2 or R3, but to me that my profits will come in as a R 1.5, 1.32, because it's like whatever that is to that point there, that's my objective, not an R ratio. And an R ratio is just something for me to just confuse. It confuses me more than, there's no logic to it. It's just a level that you hope it gets to. That's not a logical level. These are logical levels, these little imbalances, and they're nowhere near a specific R level. And if they line up, it's purely coincidence. But that's just me. So, morning, babe. Yeah, we're up like $1,000 this morning already. Yeah. What's that? Oh, he's up there measuring? Okay. So there's the carrot. Yeah, I was thinking if it takes out the 582 high, then I'm closing at 582. Yeah. See how we've taken this out here now? This just felt more bullish as soon as we start taking this candle here, and we started getting just wicks down into here without really pushing down lower. So now let's see if we get some support off of it, this, and then I'm much more bullish. So just take your little breaker right here and line it up. Oops. Let's put this side over there. Let's go. It's different when you have to use these little pads and you have to roll your fingers around on the touchpad and you don't have your mouse. My little rolly ball mouse. So that's nice. I like to see that continue going higher now. Off this candle's open is fine. Anywhere inside this breaker, it's good for me. Consequent encroachment looks good. Right off that first fair value gap again. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice potential run up. Just going to put the stop down below here. This could run right against me here. I'll let it run now. It looks like it logically could come back and tag me out there. If this just punches through here, leaves that open, that would be awesome. I'd like to see that provide support, but if it comes back and takes me, taking any losses on that. So good enough for me. Right back inside that gap again. Now I want to see it kick off of there. You want to see that? I wanted to see that kind of kickoff, come back in, hit this candle here, not the big dip down into that breaker the way it did. I would like to have seen that just come back into that candle's high, like it's open, or sorry, it's closed right there. Tap the close and then just start really getting some legs to get up there. The fact that it ran all the way back inside that breaker like that, when it's already done all that work inside here, makes me nervous. So now we've got this high that's taken here. There's that little imbalance. You see that? So you got to kind of pull your stop loss up tight, especially if you're entering in off of this, because you're going, well, this could be just the reversal, because if it takes out that candle on the downside on a close, then we're coming back lower. So I'm getting really caught between wanting to go higher and this little reversal that started to form here. I was like, I better pull that tight, because if that reverses on me, then it's going to beat me up. So as soon as it made a little bit of profit, move into profit and wait, because I'm arguing two different directions here. So this one I want it to go long, highs taken, reverse. If you lose that candle on the downside, and when it whipped down here like this, you think, oof, is that just marking its next destination? Wait for a cleaner setup right now. So luckily, take your hand out of the tiger's mouth before it gets bit off, or it could just tear out of here now and leave. But that's not clean. That's not a clean setup, right? It's not a clean price action to really warrant a lot of a decent run off of it. Hello, Christophe. I'm very well, thank you. Why do you tape read on oil, erasing everybody over the we for the big uptrend? Why do you tape read on oil, erasing everybody over the we for the big trend, uptrend? I'm sorry, I'm not catching your oil. So we called oil this morning down here. We called oil off of here this morning. Support here. If it ran above here, we're looking for support to continue back up inside the range. There's 50%. So Craig, you'd move that to break even and take a chunk of your trade off there, or you're just waiting for this next reversal to happen. So in other words, we'd have to see a body get below here, and there's a body below that. You trade back into it. I'd be out right there in that long run, but that's just me. and you got 60% of this chart, 62% coming up. So if it gets to 62, take a 10% off there, and move your trade to 50%. That way everything's in profit, and now you're just collecting coins. You're banking capital. So right now that's got to take out that candle's high for me to continue pushing higher. There's a small reversal here, but we have not got a break in structure. That's why I want to see a body get below structure break. This one, I wanted this one, but this is buried inside the bigger one, so take the bigger one for downside if that's your case. This is still finding support. That's good. Continue going higher. I'm not going to be on long for today because I want to spend time with my brother and some family. That's what I came out here for. So if I can give you guys a setup. So I'm not quite sure what you said there, Christoph. How do you see it? Oh, how do I see it? Yeah, it's long right now, and I'd like to see this this candle, this little fair value gap, continue to hold price and take out that candle. You want to see that candle right here provide support to go higher. If we lose this candle on a low with a body and we trade back into it, look for a short. We have that whole area right here is relative equal lows. So if we lose this on a close coming down here, there's the first indication we might take that out. So watch that fair value gap SIBI right there. If we lose it on a close, because we got another little BISI happening here, we're inside this range. So we're between this candle here and that candle there. Fair value gap, inside that small range. So if this is just smart money or low risk sell, like a reversal, low risk sell, we could be moving into a market maker sell model and back into the original consolidation. You started that little run up and then come back and take this lot out, and you'll wish that you would have paid yourself on the way up. That's just my 5 cents worth on there. See, it still did, that first fair value gap did hold price, and we are continuing to go higher off that order block there. Let's see it. That's where Michael would have been like, you need to be able to put your stop loss down here and just let it go and trust that it's going to go. I don't like to lose, not in these environments. So yeah, that would have been a nice little run higher. And it's logically, it's still following the support off this candle here, and getting the confluence off of the first fair value gap of the day is beautiful, but a little more than I was willing to risk just because of the reversals I saw there. But the moment you break that on high, then you start to go, oh, we're back into a bullish trend again. So you see how it broke the high, then it came back down inside it. So you don't want to see it take out this low now, or that fair value gap right there. It doesn't. We trade above it one more time right here. Let me just show you this, just so you can see it. You see the logic of it? See how the body closed above it one more time, came back, tapped it right off the top of the breaker, and then went for this high here. So where are we inside the range? Ask yourself, where are we right now? In a highly potentially volatile market. There's 62% right there. So you'd be at 50, 62, pay yourself. If it comes back, takes you out, it's consolidating. This is not clean price action. Stop me out, green, bought some USO. Bought respecting first for long. I can't short crude on a down $4. Oh, you can't short crude. Yeah, okay, that's fine. if you get trading view and get yourself a broker, you'll be able to short it. Play both sides of it then. Consolidation. I like this. Run up, come back to the consolidation. Right there. And then go higher. Look for the carrot. And our objective right now is these highs and that fair value gap. So far so good. And then you're looking for 70, 75. Let's kind of blast through these quick, and then I'm going to go upstairs. And what's it, 9:30 there? Oh, it's not even, market's not even open yet. 8:30, 9:30. What is it there? I don't even know what time it is. I'm getting switched over on hours here now. It's 9:30. Oh, so it's 10:30. Almost there. 10:24. Good morning, old Silo. ES. Don't see loads there. NASDAQ. Lower high, higher high, higher high. See that? This one has failed to make the higher high. This has a higher high. So we have a SMT divergence. Now is this just the lagger? These two are moving markets, so this guy should catch up, start running up higher. This would, the magic box I've got for you sitting right above you here, would be in alignment with these markets making higher highs. So if this catches up, that's your upside objective, I think. Dixie. Looking for Dixie to get out of this fair value gap daily here. If that does, then we're looking for a retracement on these guys. Oh, we don't get that one. You get that one though. $15-minute. If we get this taken out here on the downside in a 15-minute, look for a run back down into that range and below this. If we take out 50% of this consolidation on the downside on a close, look for a run further into this range. Yes. Trade back into it. Don't have anything for you, any yes. We could be just coming back into this order block right here. So anywhere from a 108.20 to 108.29, we could see a reaction off of that. And then a pull back into this range. We want to see that get above 829 on a close and then start using this for support, or that order block for support. See what I mean by oil? Pay yourself. We take out that low. See that candle? We trade below it. What do we trade back into? That candle. And we're going lower. I love it when a plan comes together, man. So that's how you notice the smart money reversal. We did not break that high. We wanted to see that candle get taken to the upside to go higher. It didn't. So this was the candle I was looking for. Initially this one. But I said that was buried inside this one. So take the bigger one. Look for the low to get taken on the body. It takes it. Trades back into it right there. And then we're back into a discount again. So that's how I saw oil, and so far it's panning out. Come back into this new week opening gap here. Look for this downside box here, because after that we have, we'll put it down here. That's the downside objective. If I was looking in this large range, and this was smart money reversal, low risk sell, and now we're looking for a return back to the original consolidation. If we take that out, we have to take out that box on the downside. And then Craig, look for a reversal. Just look for anything that takes out this low, this consolidation on the downside. This box, look for any reversal above these, below these lows, and look for any opportunity to get back in long inside this range then. Oh buddy, nice identification of the S&P divergence, stellar. Thanks. Hans, Darren, are you looking on NQ? There's our upside objective. Mr. Carrot. This is what I like to see. Remember when we traded above this and we came back into this one more time? This is the kind of thing you want. I wanted to see here initially. I wanted to see this very setup right here. This is cleaner than this crap, right? This is clean. Takes out that high. When you get into this mess, it throws me off because of this taking out that high. So consequently, I cut my risk. You make $200, but whatever. It's not clean. This right here is what I wanted to see right there. Runs down, hits it, then runs back up into that range. There's your 70, 75%. You're pulling your fib up, or pulling your trade up behind this. So as soon as it hits 79% right there, opened, came back to 75, trade would be off right there. All of that would be profit, and you'd be parceling out on the way up. And now if this reverses and takes out this low, we're coming back down into this range here. We're through all this chop again, and then it should start to accelerate. If we're looking to go lower, we should see this really start to accelerate through all of this now, because this has all been beat up really good. So watch this level here in that candle. Darren, are you looking at NQU equals SEP? What's that mean? NQU equals SEP. Oh, for September? Oh, this might have been September. Stand by, because this is my old. This is my laptop. Oh, yes. Oh, ignore this then, because these are September contracts. Sorry about that. These are supposed to be Zs. I think I used this back in Thailand. Um, Oh, sorry about that. How long have you guys had no sound for? No sound, lost sound, no sound. It's showing good stuff. Just can't hear it. No sound. It's the basement thing. No, I set up a hotkey for my to pause when I'm talking, and I must have hit the hotkey and stopped talking, or you couldn't hear me because the hotkey mutes my microphone. I'm back. Sorry about that. And that golden piece of information, I hope you appreciate that in gold. So that was the Stellar set up in gold, and there you go. So I hope you all caught that. How long have I been out without a sound for? Darren's on the road. Show is not so hot. Not as good as my home show. Got to get used to this, guys. I gotta come up with a better system when I'm on the road. I want to travel. I want to come to all your different countries, meet you guys, learn about your cultures, enjoy your food, your fellowship. Man, I think that's just all going to be so much fun. So I got to get this on the road thing down a little better. For 20 minutes? I've been talking for 20 minutes. Egads, I've been giving nuggets. I've been giving gold, baby. Look at that reverse. Take out these lows. Body trades below it. Then when you can, if we start getting back through this level again, looking for support, there's the body trading through it here. Highs taken. Paulette's going, come down now. There's the fill of the fair value gap. Right. 621. That'll be the high at 621. Sorry, let me get rid of this. Remove. Oh, damn. I gotta get myself a mouse when I'm out here. 621. That's where we want to be. For the carrot to hit. Where did that hit? 619. I'd like to see this provide some support now and start coming higher. We're looking in the little magic boxes up here at the AM session, the top of the AM session. Four or 5 minutes, about 8 minutes, I think. No sound. 8 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, a few minutes. Man, you guys suck at registering time. Craig D, they gave my friend with a heart. Oh yeah, how'd this go? D, they gave my friend with a heart problem beta blockers, and he is a little better right now. Beta blockers? If he's got poor contraction, I think somebody mentioned that he had a poor contractility, and they gave him beta blockers. Beta blockers slow your heart rate, slow conduction. They slow conduction. They slow. So you have beta 1 receptors, beta 2 receptors, beta 1 heart, beta 2 lungs. Beta blockers slow your heart rate. So they slow everything down. So was he hyper? Was he tacky? Was he contracting too hard? Beta blockers would be like total contrary to what I would imagine would help him if he's got contractile problems. Yeah, I don't understand the condition, to be honest with you, but I'm not a cardiologist. I can look at his heart and tell you what's going on with it from an ECG perspective. So, but I'm glad your friend's doing well, Craig. So that's awesome. Look for 622 here. Yeah, I'd like to know if you could get the actual name of the condition, like the proper spelling and everything of it. I'd love to do a little research, because now you got me curious as to why you'd give beta blockers to a condition that had contractility problems. Unless he was hyper reflexive. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna cut this short. We're getting I'm gonna go spend some time with my brother and sister-in-law and some family. I'm glad your buddy's doing better there, Craig. And thanks for tuning in, you guys. Why does it say live from Las Vegas? Is that what my show says, live from Las Vegas? I guess I gotta change that. It's not. We're not in Vegas, unless you consider Manitoba the Vegas of Canada. We coach middle school, church, Tuesday nights. We'll get more details then. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Tuesday. Keep it light. You know, it's going to be choppy after a nice long Friday's run. So keep your powder dry, guys. And I will see you tomorrow. We might be able to catch ourselves something in the afternoon. If I see something and I'm around the charts, I'll post it on the Telegram channel there, and keep in touch with you guys via that if you have any questions. If there's a specific type of stock you want me to look at, I do enjoy looking at stocks. So if there's a stock you want me to kind of do a little review on and give you my 5 cents on a demo perspective, if you're trading demo dollars in that thing, you let me know, and I will be happy to put it up here on the screen and do a little looky-loo for you. I think we had a Disney. I want to see what Disney was like. Was it D-I-S? Disney? Walt Disney? We were looking at that one the other day. The daily. We're looking for Disney to get back up here. Off here. So we're looking for Disney to continue going higher. And the other one was Wayfair, I think. W. There's Wayfair's drop back into the consolidation. All right, I'm coming. So Wayfair, I gave you the down on Wayfair. We got back to the consolidation. So I like this fill of this gap here. You're looking for a continuation on the downside for Wayfair. If we lose this candle's low here, if we start getting a reaction off of this and take out that high, look for a fair value gap fill and getting back into more Wayfill, going higher. Right now I'm still kind of bearish on Wayfair. But anyway, those are the kind of things I will. AMD. My wife's gonna kill me. Get your ass up here. AMD real quick. AMD. Oh yeah, this looks good. This candle holds. This could be short inside here. Downside objective would be somewhere in here. I'd look right to there. That would be somewhere in my downside objective for Wayfair. Upside, you do not want to lose this candle. If you lose this candle on the upside, watch this candle and then it's going higher. Look for these this gap up here to fill. Right now it's bearish inside this range. 50% or more. If you already passed 50% of that, then you're back to I don't know which direction you're 100% confident on. So if I were to pull this fib from here to here, look where you're sitting already. See how you're sitting right on 50%? We've just dipped below it. So if you run back up, you want to see this candle hold price and this roll over and come back down into this range, into that 70% often trade entry reversal. And if it doesn't, it does take out that candle, look for a higher run, and this is the candle you are looking for support off of to go higher inside this range. Equal highs. So 50%. It sucks, it's already hit your 50%. It would have been ideal. Nice when it ran here, came back up, take your short there for 50% off this candle. But you're already here, so you're bouncing off that 50. So I want to see that hold again. If it doesn't, then that breaker right there, if that doesn't hold, then we're looking for more upside. Okay, you guys, love you guys. Thanks very much for tuning in. Sorry about some of the other issues. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Have a great day. I'll see you then.